That is a wrap for season 5 of Power. First, I just want to thank everybody for rocking with us throughout the entire season. All of these reviews, it's been a great experience. All of the comments have been insane. So once again, thank you to everybody who's watched the video, who's liked the videos, commented, been with us every week. Anyway, this season finale was crazy. It has some real intricate details and plot lines throughout, and we had what I believe is a death of a major character. So anytime something like that happens, it's always insane. So anyway, let's get into the season finale. Let's break this down, recap, whatever you want to call it. So as usual, let me put my glasses on. So the episode began with Tommy. You know, he's fresh off the heels of killing his pops. Now he's just on his little coke binge. You know, the same kind of coke binge he was on when after he killed Holly, when he was going through that whole thing. Then we go to Tasha. She's going through it and she's mourning Raina again. And Ghost is now looking for Angie as usual. And now we go to the government building and Angela is getting interrogated. We found out at the end of the last episode that they're telling Angela she needs to flip on Ghost immediately or she's going down. So they have 4 names, 4 pictures on the table, and that's Ghost's picture, Tommy's picture, Tasha's picture, and Angela's picture. Those are the 4 that they're after. But they really want to nail Ghost and Sax and Mox. They want Angie. So they know that they're telling Angela that she's connected to Sandoval's death, and she's the one who gave up Teresi that allowed Tommy to kill him. So Angela is kind of standing firm, so she asks them for 24 hours, I think, you know, to make her decision. So now Angie is, you know, she's getting her plan together. She's assembling the team together to fight this thing. But her lawyer wants her to take a deal. So this is the first piece of an entire episode of everybody just trying to get everybody to give up somebody. So her lawyer wants her to take the deal and give up the rest of them. But Angie has other plans. Alright, so now we see that our boy Silver is back. Everybody's favorite character, Silver. I know how much y'all love Silver. He's back. He just randomly shows up at Tasha's hotel and he's trying to explain himself, but Tasha's not really having it. Then, and also we find out that Silver's actually working with the feds. He has good intentions with Tasha, but he wants Tasha to flip on Ghost once again. And Tasha is not trying to flip on her kid's father. What else we got here? Keisha again, she goes to Tommy's apartment looking for him, and Tommy's on his little coke binge. And she says she's not trying to sweat Tommy, where we know that's a damn lie because she's been sweating Tommy since last season, making a damn fool of herself. And she don't really know who Tommy is. And Tommy says that Tommy is a straight up killer. So Tommy, he lets her know that he hurts everyone he gets close to, and he wants Keisha to just get the hell out of his apartment. And Keisha is not trying to go anywhere. She's trying to put on that strong act for him, and he nearly strangles her. So that takes us back to the whole situation when he basically strangled and squeezed the life out of Holly's neck. So Tommy is all effed up after killing his pops. This is like the murder that really pushes him over the edge. we got? Ghost, this episode really shows us just how much of a fucked up dude Ghost is. Now they're in the car traveling to the whole spot that Angela set up. And Tommy tells Ghost that he killed his father. And Ghost can see that Tommy's all messed up. And he's acting like he doesn't know what the situation is. But he knows that Tommy killed Teresa. And Tommy tells Ghost that, and Ghost is acting all surprised, and Ghost doesn't really give a damn. And then he tells Tommy, you should have learned from Holly that no one should come in between us. So that just lets you know Ghost is a sick dude. He don't really give a damn about nobody but himself, because he could see just how much of a crazy situation he put Tommy in. Tommy's all messed up mentally, and he doesn't give a damn because it really just benefited him. So for a brother, Ghost is... I can't say enough about Ghost, man. This season really showed just how diabolical Ghost can be. Well, pretty much a lot of people on the show. He's probably just as crazy as Tommy is, just more on a cerebral level. But what else we got? So Angela assembles the squad. She lets them know the deal that the feds want her to flip, and she breaks down everything. She lets them know that each person is connected to this, that Ghost and Tommy killed Felipe Lobos, that Angela was an accomplice to Sandoval's murder, and that Tasha knew about certain things, so she tells them they can beat it if they work together. But in the beginning, when everyone walks in, they don't trust Angela at that moment, so they all frisk her and all that. And Angela says as long as they nobody says anything, then they're all good. So now all of their freedom depends on each one of them staying real and not flipping on each other. So the whole entire episode is gonna center around, you know, that whole situation. Will they flip on each other? Because if one person flips, that could knock everything down. So will they stay real to each other? So now we get to Silva and Tasha. Now he reveals to her that she needs to flip on Ghost. That he's trying to save her. He wants to be with her. You know, that same old tired thing that Silva says like every single scene he's in with Tasha, that she needs to flip on Ghost. She needs to do it for him, for them to be together. It's the same old thing with Silva. So it's really nothing new except now he's working with the feds. And Tasha's like, nigga, you crazy? You thinking I'm flipping on the father of my kids? But it's the same old shit with Silva. Now we got... And if we go back a little to the school scene with Ghost, Tommy, Tasha, and Angie, you could see that Tommy and Tasha don't trust Angie and Ghost in that situation, or at least they don't trust Angie because Tommy passes Tasha a note. We don't get to see what's in the note, but you could kind of tell from that whole situation that they're not trusting them. And then after that, Ghost and Angie go off to the side, you know, have their own little conversation. So that pretty much adds on to it. And that adds on to the drama of one person flips, then they all fall. So that adds. And now we get to our boy Dre. Dre thinks he's in the clear. He's chilling. But then, you know, he's with his baby mama doing his thing. His baby is in her crib in the other room. And then some dudes bust in and they try to kill him. Luckily for him, his baby mama, she was quick with it. You know, she stepped in, she took one of them out. Dre took another one of them out, and they ended up shooting them both. But we found out, you know, he had one of the dudes had the Jimenez card. So Alicia tried to kill Dre from the inside. So Dre ain't in the clear. They're still after him. So now, that's where Angie is going to step in and, work that whole situation. Yeah, so Dre went from being a potential leader to now he running for his damn life. So now Mock visits Tait, and he wants Tait to flip on James, and he tells Tait that if he doesn't flip on James, that's gonna mess up his whole political career. So no governor and all that. And he also tells Tait that if he cooperates, then all of his little, dirty deeds are gonna be wiped away clean. So now we have Mock trying to get Tait to flip on Ghost. That's another one. And Tait is gonna consider it, because we all know Tait is out for Tait, and Tait will do whatever it takes to make sure that Tait is good. But he's a smart dude also, so we'll see what he does with that whole situation. Now, Tasha was assigned Keisha to get in line. So Tasha goes to visit Keisha. Keisha is whining as usual. You ain't even come see me. You ain't even come see how I'm doing. And all that. She's kind of right about it, because Tasha got her in a whole bunch of shit since like 2 seasons ago. Or 1 season ago with the whole shop, running money through the shop and junk. Tasha just got her in everything. Lying to the feds and everything. So, and Tasha ends up playing her like a fiddle, telling her she hasn't been the same since Raina died. So it was interesting to see Tasha use Raina's death to play Keisha in that way, because we see her reaction after she says that, and then Keisha kind of falls in line. But then after that, Tasha says, "So you still gonna lie for us, right?" And then Keisha just flips out again. But then Tasha sees that doesn't work, so now she says, she blackmails her. She's like, if we go down, you going down. So whether you like it or not, you lying for us. So Keisha's just like, you little bitch. And then just kicks Tasha out of her apartment. But for now, I guess Keisha is in line because her freedom is going to depend on it. What else we got? Now, Angie, she's in charge of Dre. So she meets with Dre. She wants him to lie and implicate the Jimenez in the Sandoval death. And, yeah, the Sandoval death, and I believe Lobos' death. Yeah, she wants him to implicate those two deaths to clear everyone else. And then she's going to give Dre his witness protection. So Dre agrees to it. And because Dre, he's on his heels now. He got to agree to it because he already almost got shot. So he's on the run. He's hiding out. So he has no choice. He got to do it. And the funny thing about that situation is he tells Angie that he wants witness protection for him and his daughter. And he tells Angie that he don't give a fuck about his baby mama. She could just die or whatever. So Dre, you a fucked up dude. What else we got here? So now Sax visits Keisha. Now he wants Keisha to convince Tommy to flip on Ghost. So now we got another instance of somebody trying to get somebody else to flip on somebody else. And Keisha, she pretty much holds her own in that scene. We got a lot of Keisha in this episode. This is probably the most we've seen her in the episode this season. So I'm guessing maybe next season Keisha's role will be expanded more. So now James and Proctor, they meet at the club, and now Proctor wants James to flip on Tommy because he knows that James isn't going to flip on Angie because he's tried that like every episode this season, and that hasn't worked. So he suggests Tommy, and Ghost just flips out and says, you know, I should effing kill you. But so Ghost isn't having it. He's not flipping on Tommy. So at that point, Proctor doesn't know what to say, but Ghost just tells him to keep on get him information. But Ghost is going to have to flip on Angie, according to him, or Tommy. He got to save himself. Now we finally get a view of Angela's family. We haven't seen anybody in Angela's family for like a couple of seasons, though they keep talking about her family. So she visits Paz in the at the diner, and so she finds out what's going on with Angela, and she is convincing Angela. She tells Angela to choose herself, choose her family, and take the immunity deal and flip on Ghost. Just give him up. So now again we have another situation of somebody telling somebody to flip on somebody. So this is the running theme throughout the episode. So now when Ghost and Angie meet up, because Ghost shows up at Angie's apartment, and they kind of lie about their situations. They both say that their situations are handled, but they've just been talking to people that want them to flip on each other to save themselves. So again, the drama in this episode of, you know, are you going to save yourself or are you going to stand with the squad? Now my boy Tait is in the next scene. And so Tait wants Ghost to snitch on Tommy, give Tommy up. Ghost is not having that. So Ghost reassures Tait that everything is going to be fine. And this is a rare situation where Ghost really he firmly convinces Tait to do something without having any leverage on him, without blackmail. He was able to convince Tait to stick with him and announce his gubernatorial run, because Tait was about to separate himself from that situation and not announce his run at that point. But Ghost told him, you know, everything is going to be fine, and Tait took him at his word. So I'm guessing now we're seeing Tait really trust Ghost more and more now, since he was able to convince him in that situation. But so Tait announces his run, and then James makes a speech. He brings Tasha on stage. But now the woman from the first episode that witnessed Ghost killing her man, Maria Suarez, she was in the crowd. And so she's hearing about him speaking about drugs and murder, and she's crying. So now she's going to become that new witness that's willing to testify. And it's interesting because in the first season, Ghost had mercy and he let her go. His mercy in that first season is really, that could really come back and bite him. Ghost isn't that merciful anymore. So we've seen the change in Ghost, but you know, the old Ghost, that merciful Ghost, that's gonna come back and bite him with this new witness. Well, she's been around for a minute, but now she's reappeared. Now Ghost tells Tasha that Terry is working with the feds, and Tommy is now trying to get Keisha under control. So now he's trying to manipulate her and and so Tommy is testing Keisha in that moment, and he's asking her, "Are you gonna be down with this?" And this dude has a gun under the couch cushion, ready to put a hole in her chest if she doesn't say exactly what he wants him to say. If Keisha doesn't tell Tommy that she's down, that she's all in to lie, he gonna put a hole in her chest. And he was ready to do it. That whole scene, he was just raising the gun inch by inch. The more she waited to talk, the more she waited to really explain what she would do, he was just raising that gun. Luckily for her, she said she's all in, so Tommy didn't kill her. So now Tommy is just like, there's really nothing there at this point. And that's the cause of Ghost. And it's interesting that Ghost refuses to give Tommy up in multiple situations under any circumstance. But, you know, he loves him in that aspect, but he's still willing to just let him be so mentally messed up. Some brother. What else we got here? Now, so we saw that Dre is accepting witness protection, but he got other plans. Now he's trying to flip on Ghost and Tommy once he gets in for questioning. And he tells that to 2-Bit, the Neo-looking dude. So 2-Bit is eventually going to turn on him. So now Dre is still hell-bent on taking out Ghost and Tommy for some reason. Now, Ghost and Tasha and Terry, they have their little talk. Now Tasha wants Terry to flip on Proctor now. So we got another situation where somebody wants somebody to flip on somebody. You know, if Terry flips on Proctor, that could help their situation. And now them two get it on in the parking lot because Tasha agreed to keep on getting it in with Terry at Angela's request because she knows that they may need him at some point. But now we see James all the way in the corner watching, and he is pissed. He see Terry got Tasha pinned up against that car door, and James is not having it. So, and you know, once James get that look in his eye, Ghost is about to kill somebody. Somebody about to die. Alright, so now 2-Bit flips on Dre and tells Tommy that Dre is planning to give Tommy and Ghost up rather than give up the Jimenez. So now they end up so Dre goes to meet the informant, and when he shows up there, they have a whole bunch of dudes getting a shootout with him. So you're thinking that they're just gonna take Dre out and kill him, but so he escapes. He shoots a couple of people. He escapes and runs into the Fed van. And it's the dude who Angela smashed, and that the Washington D.C. dude. He greets Dre in the van, and he presents Dre with the paperwork that Angela told him about. That once he signs it, will implicate the Jimenez in those murders and clear Ghost, Angie, Tasha, and Tommy. And with Tommy and his people shooting at the van, Dre has no choice but to sign that paperwork. So now they pretty much outsmarted Dre to where they forced him to sign those papers to implicate the Jimenez, and now he can't even turn on Ghost and Tommy. So they didn't even have to kill him. They got rid of him in that smart way, and they cleared their name. So now Dre is he's gone now. For now, at least. He in witness protection. No more drugs for you now. MC Lyte had a pretty good appearance too. She was I think she was Silver's representative, but it was cool to see MC Lyte. She killed it in her role. Now Sax visits Tommy and tells Tommy that really that Angela is the one who told Ghost, or who set it in motion, that Teresi was a snitch. But he also plays the audio where Teresi doesn't implicate Tommy in, you know, his snitching. So he lets Tommy know that Teresi didn't snitch on him. His pops didn't snitch on him. But also that Angie and James set his pops up, set him up to kill his pops. Well, that he eventually killed his pops. So that really sends Tommy over the edge. Tommy was already done, but that really enrages Tommy. So now, and then now we see Keisha really pushing it even further. She, you know, she kind of knows what Tommy is about to do, and she really encourages him. So in that moment, you even see a shift in Keisha's whole mentality, because at first, if we look at a few episodes ago, where she says, you know, I know you move weight and all, but you ain't ever killed nobody, did you? She goes from that to now giving Tommy that wink, like, go do what you gotta do. She knows that Tommy was about to go kill somebody, and she's giving him that wink. So maybe she is cut out for the life. So Tommy leaves. And again, Sax wants Tommy to flip on Ghost and Angela now. So another situation where somebody wants somebody to flip on somebody else. Now we get to this crazy scene. Tasha shows up at Angela's apartment, and we see a little bit of how close Tasha and Angela have gotten, because when Tasha walked in the apartment, Angie is like making her feel so much at home. She's telling her, you know, put your bag anywhere. You know, do you want white or red wine? So Angie is like thinking it's all cool and thinking, you know, they're much closer. But you can see that Tasha is looking kind of weird. She's looking around the apartment, probably trying to make sure nobody's there, or no shades are open, no drapes are open. And then she unlocks the door. So she's talking to Angie, and then in walks Tommy. Tommy walks in with the gun drawn. He got the ratchet out, and he puts the silencer on it. And now he's talking about his pops. Now he knows that they think that James and Angie are working on the side. They broke the team, so they had enough. And Tasha, in that moment, Tasha was like, "You know how long I've been waiting for this." So even throughout all that, Tasha still was not fucking with Angie. She was ready for Tommy to kill Angie in that moment. And Tommy was so ready to finally kill Angie. I guess in their own little way, they were going to punish Ghost too, like that, in their own little way. But Angie was able to convince them not to kill her, but they were going to kill her. Tommy was going to kill her. Tasha was going to let it happen. But in that situation after Angie weaseled her way out of it, and Angie was shook. She knew she was about to die. She was shook. But Tasha called it off at the end. She said, we'll deal with this itch later. So, now Tommy goes to visit Vincent. He wants to know, he wants confirmation that it was Ghost who gave Vincent the pictures and encouraged Vincent to encourage Tommy, to demand that Tommy be the one that killed his father. And Vincent lets him know it was the black guy in the suit, Ghost, who gave him the pictures. And Tommy says, Tommy asks Vincent, who did Ghost want to kill Teresi? And Vincent lets him know that Ghost wanted Tommy to do it. So he wanted to send Tommy over the edge. He wanted to mess Tommy up mentally. So that was the last straw. Now Tommy knew that, you know, his brother was just on a whole nother level of sick. Now we see we find out that Maria Suarez, you know, she's been like a prospective witness for a couple of seasons now, but I guess now it's really official. She's ready to testify. I guess she was scared maybe a few seasons ago, but now she's prepared to testify. But now Proctor lets James know that she's ready to testify. So, but Proctor thinks that it's Angie that's flipping on Ghost. So he puts that in his ear. So now he tells James he needs to give up Angie. He needs to think about himself. So again, another situation where somebody tells somebody they need to flip on somebody. The running theme throughout this episode. So Ghost sets up a meeting with Angie in a little private location. And so they meet up, and then Ghost questions Angie. He's asking Angie, is she trying to flip on him? And Angie turns it on him, and Angie asks Ghost if he killed Silver. And so Ghost won't answer the question, and then Angie walks off and says it's over. Now Ghost tells her that he didn't do it. And he's sincere about it. He hugs her, he kisses her, tells her he didn't do it. And you would believe him. But we go to like a little flashback side scene where we see Ghost pull up on Silver after he done banged Tasha up against the SUV, against the Mercedes, I think it was, whatever it was. And then Ghost just pretty much strangles him. I guess we can assume, we don't know, that chokehold looked kind of weak. We don't know if he killed him, but I guess we can assume that Ghost killed him. This is Ghost. So Silver pretty much dead. Ghost is like, we thought Tommy was crazy with the killing, but Ghost is on a whole nother level. So anyway, Ghost killed Silver, we're guessing, and he lied about it, stone cold, just with no problems. Ghost always knows even how to manipulate Angie and really everyone around him, but he really knows how to manipulate Angie, and it's ironic that that type of manipulation is what is going to eventually save his life. So now Ghost, after he lets Angie know that he didn't kill Terry and they're hugging, she believed him. Tommy shows up at the top of the stairs. So at the crack, he got his silencer on, he points his gun, he's about to kill his brother. This is a pivotal scene in the series because there has never been a point where it was just a realistic chance that Ghost or Tommy would kill or even just snitch on one another. But Ghost pushed Tommy completely over the edge to where now he was ready to kill his own brother. And that has never, ever been the case in the entire series. This is like, they're like blood brothers who aren't blood brothers. Tommy is like an uncle, literally an uncle to the kids, a brother-in-law to Tasha. So they are tight. Even Tommy's mother considers Ghost like a brother. And she reassured Tommy a few seasons ago that Ghost was really down for him. And she was right about Teresi. So the way his mother was right about Teresi, you would think she would really, her word is trustworthy. Her word is bond. So, and she considered Ghost a legitimate brother to Tommy. So, for Tommy to get to this point, James is a sick dude. He made him kill, basically, led to Holly, to his own pops, and the way he set it up, is Tommy has a legitimate case for what he did. So, alright, so Tommy is at the top of the stairs. He's pointing a gun. He's about to kill his brother. At the corner of her eye, Angie looks up and she sees Tommy with the gun. Well, she sees somebody with the gun. And she pushes Ghost out of the way. And she takes the bullet for him. She gets shot right in her chest, in her heart, probably. And Ghost looks up. He's like, no! And he sees Tommy, and Tommy is like, yeah, motherfucker. I did that shit. With just like a serious grin on his face. So, I think Angela she's dead. She got to be dead because it would be a waste of a last scene in the season finale for her not to be dead. And her being dead, that's really going to start this crazy Tommy versus Ghost that we've never seen before. But we've been slowly building up to it, but that should be crazy. But Ghost really, he was asking for this. And I think this will hurt him more. But it's interesting that now, we were questioning whether Angela was really in it for herself. Now she sacrificed her life for Ghost. So now he's going to have to live with that too. Or his manipulation. And it's, again, his manipulation is what saved his life. Because if he didn't lie to Angie and tell her that he didn't kill Silver and bring her back into his arms, he would have been all alone and Tommy would have just killed him straight out. But since he convinced Angela to stay, she took that bullet for him. So, in the end, Ghost being selfish, he won out in the end once again. So, anyway, this was, in my opinion, this was a great season finale. All of these little moments with, people trying to get other people to flip. I thought that was a great touch throughout the episode. And this final scene of Angela dying, that was a great scene. She's dead. Angie is dead. So y'all could dead all the conspiracy theories. Angie is dead. It would make no sense if she lived. I'll be mad as hell at the season finale if she's not dead. And it is going to really help the story going forward if she is alive. So going into the next season, Tommy is now back in the game, like serious. He got his crew. He still got he still got the connect. So he's big. He's getting back big in the drug game now. But now we see James with his association with Tait. He might be a little more political with it. So we'll probably see them clash in that way. But those two are going to be at war. And I think it's good that Angie is dead because that really gives James a legitimate, it gives him a legitimate anger towards Tommy. Because if she's not dead, what does James really have to be angry about? He's the one who did all the wrong to Tommy. He had, got Tommy killing everybody. He's basically playing Tommy like a fiddle. So Tommy has legitimate grievances, and Ghost in his mind is going to have legitimate grievances with the love of his life, Angie, being dead. So this was a great season finale. This was a pretty good season. We saw the loss of two major characters. We thought we were going to lose Dre, but we didn't lose Dre. We lost Kanan in dramatic fashion. We lost Angie in dramatic fashion. So I'm looking forward to season 6. I'm looking forward to being back with y'all for season 6. So anyway, let me know what you thought about. Hold on. We didn't see Tariq in this season finale, so we gotta see what he's up to next season too. Teach me the motherfucking game, Ghost. Is Ghost gonna teach him that game? Maybe Ghost is gonna reach, a crazy point like that at some point. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments. And please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, etc., etc. For the last time, Power Season 5. I'm Emmanuel, signing off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for all the support. Peace.